And we are reminded by it all that freedom ain't free. It comes with a price tag. Yeah, you know who it is. Might been cold for a little while. From Keystone Kid to Kilo Jones, Scott Mills, why they call me the outlaw. All the time reminding rhymes, low blow, racketeer and pay for play. You filthy Democrat, another one just for fun. I think it's him, he's back again.
What the hell just happened?
You don't want to get physical with me. I'll take you down.
I'm not going to get physical.
I'll sweep your leg. I'll sweep your leg.
It's fake. It's a fake criminal record. Fake. It's all fake. Everything about me is fake.
Show me your driver's license. You have one?
Is that a requirement?
You have a driver's license.
Are you ordering me to do a thing?
Sir, I have a complaint to turn in. You are impeding the complaint process. You're violating multiple of my civil rights.
Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. Today's video is an absolutely wild tale from a man who goes by Lafayette County Audits. I'm just scratching the surface on this auditor, but I am planning on doing a deep dive into his history. But for now, I want to go over what I've learned thus far. This story technically begins about 6 years ago where this man, Matt Reardon, was arrested and convicted of aggravating stalking of the mayor of Oxford, Mississippi. For that crime, he was actually banished from Lafayette County for 5 years, while also picking up what I believe is a lifetime protection order against him from the mayor. From what I can tell, he was granted early release from this probation and banishment, and he returned to Lafayette County after approximately 3 years. A lot happened from his return up until his new arrest that I will start going over on live streams, as I'm completely fascinated with his whole story. It's literally hours upon hours of content that I will need to decipher. When he did return after his banishment, he transformed into a First Amendment auditor, because why the hell not? He decided to test the limits of this protection order that the mayor has against him. That's where we'll pick up the story. On June 20th, 2022, Matt Reardon posts a video to YouTube chronicling his visit to City Hall and the mayor's office, whom has a restraining order against him.
Hey guys and gals, this is Matt Reardon with Lafayette County Audit. Today I'm here outside of City Hall in Oxford, Mississippi. I'm here to peacefully exercise my First Amendment rights to record in public and to ensure that our public servants, our officials, respect my constitutional right to record and to be here.
So he was only in City Hall for a couple minutes until he checks out the directory and heads straight upstairs towards the mayor's office. Now, the mayor's office was previously on the first floor, but she has since moved offices to the second floor. Why is this pertinent? Here's a piece of testimony that took place during a contempt hearing where Matt is accused and eventually found guilty of breaking the protection order. This is testimony from the mayor herself. "I can't really explain the fear I had that day knowing this monster was standing outside my door," said Robin. "My office is where it is because of Matt Reardon. I moved my office in 2017 because I was too accessible. I'll just say it's not fair to be scared sitting in my own office." So after staring through her window for a little bit, he walks away from her office for only about 30 seconds and then returns. felt it important to show his actions because later in the video he claims he was just there to look at the historical artifacts of the building and file records requests, neither of which he does. So what exactly happened in 2017 that led to his first aggravated stalking arrest and this protection order from the mayor of Oxford, Mississippi? Robin Tannehill, the mayor, said her awareness of Reardon first began when she proposed a resolution to take down the state flag, which displayed the Confederate symbol. Reardon, a proponent of states' rights and the South, was reportedly and would attend meetings with a holstered gun. I first became fearful of Mr. Reardon when he came to a board meeting in 2017 and he had a gun on his lap, said Robin Tannehill in the court hearing. He glared at me and he pointed at me with his finger throughout the meeting. According to the mayor, when Reardon's actions began to escalate, the city introduced the idea of metal detectors at City Hall and new policies to ensure safety in courtrooms. East, who was a police officer, said they increased law enforcement presence in meetings when they knew Reardon would be present. Reardon would go on to make multiple social media posts and videos about Tannehill, calling her corrupt and a communist, and Ray an accomplice in her actions. Robin would later find out that Ray, her husband, defended Reardon's ex-partner in a domestic violence case against Reardon. According to the Tannehills, Reardon's posts would escalate in nature when it seemed that he lost visitation rights to his child, who he shared with the aforementioned partner. According to Robin, Reardon blames him for everything that went wrong with his life. He's been fixated on me and my family for over 5 years and credited us irrationally on all decisions he made personally in his life. After standing there for a bit longer and chatting with another employee, a police officer arrives on scene.
What are we doing?
You have a restraining order. Come on.
I went to City Hall.
That's fine. You have a restraining order. That trumps up. I'm good. Go for it. We'll walk out.
Can I not come into City Hall?
If you have a restraining order on the employee that works here.
Okay, that's...
Are you in violation of a restraining order?
No, I didn't think I could. I didn't think I was barred from coming to City Hall.
If that supersedes the restraining order. Sounds like you need to call and make an appointment before you come. Stay here, Matt. Because you're being detained now.
I'm detained.
Yes. Here, do you want to go call dispatch?
I was gathering content for a story.
Oh, I forgot about that. He was also apparently gathering content for his story. Now, where the hell have we heard that before? He knows he isn't supposed to be there. He had mentioned the restraining order in multiple videos prior to coming to City Hall that day, and is simply trying to play dumb here.
Okay.
Can I get your phone number?
You're both in the 5th.
We're good.
Can I get your badge number?
11.
11.
Yeah.
Officer Parker.
Call me Kevin. You know me.
I know you.
I'm going back to middle school. All right. Look.
This is bullshit.
Look. Whatever is going on outside of this, I'm just trying to make sure.
Who called you?
I have no idea.
I mean,
dispatch sent me here.
I've been into City Hall before, and
Was it whenever you had a restraining order?
This thing was bullshit from back in 2000.
Wait. Was it when you had a restraining order?
I prefer not to answer that question.
So you're invoking the 5th on that one too?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? He clearly knows he cannot be there just wandering around in the building. They did give him options outside of just showing up to handle any City Hall business he may need addressing, like making an appointment or handling his business via phone or email. Continuing with the article from the Oxford Eagle. The mayor then notified her husband of Reardon's presence in the building, and the Oxford Police Department was soon notified. Captain Donovan Lyons and Lieutenant Kevin Parker responded to the scene to apprehend Reardon and escort him away from City Hall. The officers told Reardon that he was in violation of a restraining order, and if he needed to visit City Hall, he could make an appointment. Reardon called the Tannehills' restraining order into question, arguing its legitimacy, but did not return to City Hall. I'm not scared of much, but it really makes me mad that I have to sit here and admit that this man scares me, said Robin. He scares me for me. He scares me for my family, and he scares me for everyone in my office. It is not fair for these people to be scared at work. It's not fair for me to worry about the safety of my family. I'm tired of it, she continued. It's time for something to be done.
But now,
So if I have an issue in the city, I cannot come to City Hall.
you need to call, explain the situation, make an appointment. That way, y'all can all do that the legal way. That way, it doesn't hem you up on the restraining order.
I mean, no.
Okay,
I mean,
so
you
need to make an appointment before you go back in there, okay?
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm not detained anymore.
No, you're free to leave.
All right. Good to go. I'm also free to stay right here, correct?
More nonsensical First Amendment auditor lingo here. However, in this case, I believe he would actually be incorrect. From the article, according to court records, the restraining order issued in 2017 specified that Reardon could not come within 500 feet of the Tannehills or Ray Tannehill's law firm. Reardon violated the restraining order on June 20th, 2022 when he visited Oxford City Hall, which is Mayor Robin Tannehill's place of work. So he wasn't arrested on that day, though he would eventually be picked up by the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations and hit with a second aggravated stalking charge.
I was ordered to leave City Hall because of a sham 2017 restraining order that the Oxford mayor, the then incoming Oxford mayor, took out on me. Okay. When I pled out, okay, I was charged with aggravated stalking. Ultimately, 3 days after I went into City Hall, the Oxford police chief refers a simple matter where I just simply walked into City Hall. I didn't see the mayor. I didn't threaten the mayor. I didn't ask for the mayor. But yet it was referred over to Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, and this jackass investigator hands down an arrest warrant for aggravated stalking, saying that me, and I haven't really been vocal about it like I should. I really haven't even publicized this, and it's kind of pretty shocking to me that I haven't. When I was fed the bad advice after being locked up for 3 months for walking into City Hall on June 20th to record the interior of City Hall, the historical artifacts, they kept me in jail for 3 months' time. I pled out to bad advice because I have 4 kids. My attorney said that because of all the influence with who all was involved, okay, that chances were they were going to exploit the statute, and whether or not we had a trial in Lafayette County or whether we got it moved to a neighboring county like Union County, all right, there was a good chance that the jury would be tainted and that they would get a conviction somehow, some way.
To reiterate, and I'm just scratching the surface here, but he believes, like seemingly a lot of criminals, that there is some massive conspiracy against him. From the handful of videos I've seen, the mayor, the police, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, the Mississippi Attorney General, even the United States Attorney General have all waged war against him because he's uncovering, quote, corruption, unquote.
They banished me for the second time from Oxford and Lafayette County. A 5-year banishment. Put me on 5-year non-reporting unsupervised probation. As a condition of that, they imposed a 5-year banishment. Okay, so this is the second time this same area has banished me. All right, and it's because it's part of a bigger mission to cover everything up, because I've gotten truly on my grind as far as getting to the bottom of all the facts and details and what all happened. I've uncovered shocking amounts of public corruption right here in Lafayette County. Shocking amounts of public corruption. And 2 fake felony charges by this same county that figured out that they could abscond with their own liability for putting one of these charges against me and making sure that I can't get out of jail. All right? It's not fair that November 15th I have to move out of the county. They literally gave me 45 days from the 30th of last month when everything went down. I had 45 days to leave the county.
More from the Oxford Eagle. Matthew Reardon has been banished from Lafayette County for the second time. Reardon, who had been charged with stalking Oxford Mayor Robin Tannehill, pleaded guilty on Friday in circuit court. As part of his sentence, Reardon was banished from Lafayette County for 5 years and ordered to be on unsupervised probation.
Where I live is on the outskirts of Lafayette County. So I'm ultimately now having to up and leave where I live. Don't know honestly, I'm basically playing it day by day right now because this whole situation is so screwed up.
So he didn't receive any more jail time other than time served. just the banishment and probation. So what has he been doing since being let out of jail in early October? Well, it seems he has his eyes set on the mayor of Holly Springs, Mississippi, whom he just had a major confrontation with, and frauditing around with fellow First Amendment auditor Rogue Nation.
My biggest regret is not standing up for myself the way that I should have stood up for myself when I was being held in jail on a felony accusation that I knew I was innocent of, just had bad attorney advice, bad attorney representation, an attorney that didn't want to talk to me, didn't want to come up and see me. Yeah, I did. I fired him. I sent him a text message, and in fact, I said, his name is Mark McClinton, by the way, who's decided to blow off every text message of mine, knowing that today was the final day to get in this motion, and he gave me the big fuck you. So I said, the other day on Friday, I said, you were appointed by the court to do a job that you didn't do. You have miserably failed me as my attorney and your client. You are fired.
First, you don't necessarily get to fire your public defender. The court can replace the attorney, but not you. Second, he doesn't even represent you any longer as your case is settled and you pled guilty. Lastly, these are the exact same arguments he made when he received his first banishment in 2017. Shortly after taking the plea deal in 2017, he claimed inefficient counsel and that he didn't understand what he was pleading guilty to. The pattern seems to be that as soon as he pleads guilty, blame corruption, blame your lawyer, and never, ever, ever take any responsibility for yourself.
Down to the wire. It's 4:36. I have until 5 o'clock to get a motion into Lafayette County Circuit Court to effectively what I'm doing is I'm asking the court to allow me to withdraw my plea of guilty that was given at the end of last month. Never should have happened. Never should have happened. Never should have listened to the bad advice from my public defender.
So he ends up dropping a motion off to recant his guilty plea, though I think that might be a mighty hill to climb. I'll keep an eye out on what he does moving forward, but I'm more interested in looking further into his past. Be on the lookout for future live streams where we will be covering him extensively. Before I let Matt take us out with another one of his raps, please remember to subscribe, like, and comment below. Take it away, Matt.
Man, when I got back to Oxford 4 or 5 months ago, saw Scott Mills. He said, "What's up, Keystone?"